5 over Georgetown, and with Coach Chris Oliver now. And Coach, congratulations. Boy, what a football game.
Yeah, just really pleased with the way we played. It was a great game. They're a very tough opponent. You got to give them a lot of credit. I think they're tough, and that's exciting because I thought we played very well.
That's a team that it was obviously favored to win the Mid-South Conference East. It's definitely a playoff-worthy team if they take care of business. So this is a good win. I mean, I said in my pregame that it didn't matter a ton on the conference level, if it even mattered at all on the conference level, but it makes a big difference on the national scale.
Yeah, and just with the way the playoffs work and getting into the playoffs, if you don't win your conference or needed to be in the top 20, and then you talk about home field advantage and all those things that we'll talk more about in November. But you're right. When you only play 10 or 11 games, every game really has a huge impact on those opportunities.
Coach, I thought we talked about it in the pregame about the battle of the trenches, and while Dylan was hit a couple of times and was sacked 3 times, I still only think one of those were the offensive line's fault. I thought for the most part they did a well of a job today.
Yeah, I thought they did, and we were a little banged up, and I think the same 5 guys played every snap, I believe, off the top of my head. If not, it was just 6 guys, and we'd love to have 8 or 9 and be able to rotate a little bit more, but we didn't have that opportunity today. I thought the O-line played really well. We didn't run the ball great, and neither did they. And we talked about that in our interview that these are 2 really good defensive lines for both teams, and their front 7 is stout. And we knew that was going to be a tough matchup for us, and I thought we played really well.
It was a struggle running the ball most of the day, but when you had to run the ball right there to try to get some clock off, I thought your guys stepped up huge and was able to basically take this game, which was still in doubt at 5 minutes to go.
Oh, absolutely.
To under 2 minutes in the game. I thought they really stepped up big there late.
Yeah, and just there were some opportunities to run that time off, as you said. We did a great job with that, and we would have loved to get in the end zone rather than getting stopped. And then obviously we have the fumble at the end, which you hate and scares the life out of you. But yeah, you're right. We were able to run the ball when we needed it. It wasn't pretty, but we had some positive yards.
6 touchdown passes today for Dylan Beasley. Sets a new program record. I know Brandon Cressup's listening. I got a tweet earlier that he was listening to the game. He broke Brandon's record that he set several times. Dylan with a 7th touchdown on rushing. There was a couple of times during the game yesterday where I thought, you know what, he would have made that throw last year, or he wouldn't have made that throw. You can see the maturity that Dylan has made from even as early as last year to this year.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and you and I have talked privately about the maturity of Brandon Cressup a number of years ago, and I told you at one point that if we had maybe a stronger number 2 quarterback or number 3 quarterback a couple times when Brandon was a freshman and a sophomore, that Brandon may not have played as much, and he would be the first one to tell you that. And it's just tough to simulate those game reps at the quarterback position, and you see that maturity. You saw the maturity in Brandon, and I think we're starting to see it in Dylan, and I thought he played very well today. Would love to have that throw on the interception back. He just lost sight of the safety. Not a great throw, and then the fumble at the end. We gotta rectify that, but it's 2 plays out of a great day. So I don't want to take anything away from him. He played very well.
5 different receivers caught touchdowns. Alan Cooks had a big day. Tyrone Stollard I thought was huge today. Mikey Davis caught a touchdown there late. Cedric Washington, his 3rd straight. Hunter Lovell. Those guys are going to get their recognition for catching touchdowns, but there's a guy that I thought played huge today. They had 3 catches, but boy, they seemed to come at huge times today, and that was Tyler Williams.
Yeah.
No. Corey Smith. I'm sorry. Corey Smith. I'm sorry.
So you threw me off there for a second. I thought you were going to say Corey.
Corey Smith. I apologize.
Yeah. And Tyler played well too. And there's so many things that our tight ends do that don't show up in the stats. Those are the guys for us that have to do a little bit of everything, and they don't always get to show up in the stats. And Corey had a few catches today, and you're right, a couple conversions. We were able to give him the ball, and he fought hard on one of our coming out when we were on the 1-yard line and got a first down there on 3rd and about 6 or 7, and he fought and broke the tackle to get a first down. Just some really, really good play by our tight ends. whether it's Mikey Davis or Corey Smith or Tyler Williams, those three guys are playing very well.
Let's talk about your defense for a moment. That gave up that first drive. They converted first two drives. They converted all 5 of their third downs. After that, they finished the game 9 of 19. Wow. So 4 of 14 the rest of the game after those 2 drives. Was it difficult? Because the first, we talked about a little bit, you played 2 running quarterbacks. Ozzie Mann's not a running quarterback. He is a drop pack passer and a very good one. Did it take a while for your defense to get, I guess, the speed of the game from his standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably fair to say. And you got to go watch the video. And there were just, we were right there on a couple plays. And we made them convert those third downs. You would have liked to get off the field sooner. And it does take time to get into the speed of the game, but we need to be ready to go. So you got to go back and watch a video and see where those deficiencies were. But I thought our defense played really well down the stretch, and thought we tackled a lot better today. Our tackling was just so much better, and that's exciting. So we're coming along. We got a ways to go in all 3 facets, but a lot of positives.
Mann threw for 251 yards today for Georgetown, but I thought your secondary played well of a game today.
Absolutely. And I think he had 50 attempts. So when you throw for 5 yards an attempt, that's not a great number, and that's a lot of balls that our defense played against in the air, and to not give up the big play, a long of 24 yards on passes on 50 attempts, that's pretty darn good. That's exciting.
Lindsey Wilson wins it by a score of 49-35 over Georgetown, improves to 3-0 on the season. Coach, tell us a little bit of what this was. A big game. You go 1-0 each week, but how different was the post game to your guys? Because you could see that they were excited about beating a nationally ranked team today.
I mean, it's exciting. I mean, our guys understand that every game is important, and we really do get that. But when you play a ranked team, when you get into these types of games, there is a different feeling, and that's just human nature. And our guys were excited. We had a really good week of preparation. At least I felt like it was a good week going in, and now I'd like to think that was accurate. So it was exciting after that, and now we got to get back to the drawing board tomorrow, and just keep our focus on going 1-0. Bluefield is a team that we haven't been able to see yet. We traded some video with them. We haven't been able to see, but they're a team that's getting better. Yep. And they're well coached. Coach Walker's got to do some good things over there. And at some point that's going to show up on the scoreboard with more wins. And we just got to worry about and keep getting better and going 1-0 every week.
Coach, congratulations, big win.
Thanks, Chris.
That's LWC head football coach